Assalamu alaikum. 6 p.m. This is Radio Pakistan. The news read by Farzana Khan. First, the headlines. Prime Minister has reaffirmed Pakistan's commitment to play its role in seeking a political settlement of Yemen conflict. Foreign Minister says Prime Minister's visit to China remained very successful as the two countries signed 15 agreements and MOUs for uplift of various sectors of Pakistan. Pak-Afghan Refugees Working Group in its meeting in Islamabad deliberated on ways to enhance mutual cooperation for dignified repatriation of the Afghan refugees. In the U.S. midterm elections, Republicans have taken control of Senate, dealing a blow to President Trump. Russia says any new U.S. chemical weapons-related sanctions against Moscow will be illegal. Prime Minister Imran Khan has reaffirmed Pakistan's commitment to play its role in bringing all the parties on the negotiating table for a political settlement of the Yemen conflict. He expressed his resolve during his meeting with the ambassador of Yemen, Mohammad Mutahir al-Shabi, who called on him in Islamabad today. The Prime Minister said conflict in Yemen has affected the regional peace and stability, and no military solution can resolve it. The Prime Minister assured the ambassador of unwavering support of Pakistan for an early resolution of the conflict in light of UN Security Council Resolution 2216 and restoration of the legitimate government of President Abdul Rabbah Mansour Hadi in Yemen. The government has decided to compensate those whose properties were damaged in recent violent protests by miscreants. A decision to this effect was taken today. Prime Minister Imran Khan has directed the Punjab government to prepare a compensation package for the affected families. Prime Minister Imran Khan has ordered to conduct a forensic audit of Evacuate Trust Property Board. He issued these directives during a briefing by Federal Minister for Religious Affairs, Dr. Nurul Haq Qadri, on the working of the board in Islamabad today. The government has decided to celebrate 12th of Rabiul Awwal in a befitting manner. The decision was taken during a meeting between Minister for Information Chaudhry Fawad Hussain and Prime Minister Imran Khan in Islamabad today. The Prime Minister constituted an organizing committee to finalize preparations for holding an international Rahmatul Alameen conference on the occasion. Defence Minister Pervez Khattak has been elected as chairman of the Parliamentary Committee on Probing the Alleged Rigging in General Elections 2018. This was stated by Information Minister Chaudhry Fawad Hussain while talking to media outside the Parliament House in Islamabad today. He said the committee took the decision at its first meeting today and it will decide the terms of reference during its next meeting. Pakistan Muslim League and leader MNA Ehsan Iqbal told media persons that Parliamentary Committee to probe into the allegations of rigging in General Elections 2018 has constituted an 8-member subcommittee to finalize terms of reference for working within 2 weeks. He expressed the hope that the government would extend its cooperation in this regard. MNA Rana Sanaullah said that all the opposition parties have agreed on formation of a committee. He proposed that vice chairman of the committee should be taken from the opposition benches. Foreign Minister Shah Mahmood Qureshi has said that Prime Minister Imran Khan's visit to China remained very successful. Speaking in the Senate on motions moved by Leader of Opposition, Senator Raja Muhammad Zafrul Haq, he said the nation is united on China-Pakistan Economic Corridor and the government will complete all ongoing projects under this corridor. He said delegates from 130 countries attended the Shanghai Expo, and the Prime Minister was one of the 7 prominent world leaders who were invited for keynote address on this occasion. Shah Mahmood Qureshi said Pakistan Pavilion was one of the 8 pavilions which were visited by the world leaders. He said 15 agreements and MOUs have been signed between the two countries regarding human development, education, health, skill development, poverty alleviation, agriculture, and industrial development. Economic Coordination Committee at its meeting in Islamabad today decided to fix wheat support price at 1,300 rupees per 40 kilogram. The committee, which met under Finance Minister Asad Umar, directed to immediately import 50,000 tons of urea to ensure adequate availability of the fertilizer to the farmers. It also allowed supply of gas to the Fatma fertilizer and Agri-Tech fertilizer. The committee deferred the release of circular debt to Pakistan State Oil. This is Radio Pakistan giving you the news. Another son of soil has sacrificed his life while defending the motherland. Captain Zargham Farid embraced martyrdom while defusing an IED detected in Mohmand district. Sepoy Rahman was critically injured in the incident. Prime Minister Imran Khan has expressed his deep sorrow and grief on martyrdom of Captain Zargham Farid in District Mohmand today. In his condolence message, the Prime Minister said that sacrifices of such brave soldiers of the motherland shall not go waste. He said, "We shall consolidate our gains and take our country to its rightful destination of peace and prosperity." Pak-Afghan Refugees Working Group under the Afghanistan-Pakistan Action Plan for Peace and Stability in its meeting in Islamabad deliberated on ways to enhance mutual cooperation for dignified, timely and complete repatriation of the Afghan refugees. It was the second meeting of the Refugee Working Group that discussed matters related to Afghan refugees and other Afghan nationals illegally residing in Pakistan. The Afghan side was headed by Deputy Minister for Afghan Ministry of Refugee Affairs, Dr. Alima, while Pakistan side was led by Secretary Saffron Muhammad Aslam. The two sides also signed standard operating procedure for streamlining the working of the group of the two concerned ministries on a regular basis in future. Next meeting of the Pak-Afghan Refugees Working Group will be held in Kabul at a mutually convenient date. In occupied Kashmir, resistance leaders have paid rich tributes to the two youth who were martyred by Indian troops during a cordon and search operation at Safa Nagri in Shopian district yesterday. According to Kashmir Media Service, All Parties Hurriyat Conference Chairman Saeed Ali Gilani, in a statement in Srinagar, said India, suffering from arrogance of power, has bitterly failed to suppress the Kashmiris' voice for freedom. Meanwhile, complete shutdown was observed in Safa Nagri and Onira areas of Shopian district today to mourn the killing of the youth Muhammad Idris Sultan and Amir Hussain Rathar. In the U.S. midterm elections, Democrats have retaken the U.S. House of Representatives while Republicans gained control of the Senate. The fresh reports say Democrats secured 219 seats while the Republicans 193 in the House of Representatives. Similarly, in the Senate, Republicans got 51 seats while Democrats grabbed only 45 seats. Russia says any new chemical weapons-related sanctions imposed by Washington against Moscow will be illegal. This was stated by Russian President spokesman Dmitry Peskov while talking to reporters in Moscow today. Earlier, the U.S. State Department announced it would impose additional sanctions on Russia after Moscow failed to give reasonable assurances it would not use chemical weapons after a nerve agent attack on a former Russian spy in England. And now, cricket. In the first one-day international of three-match series against Pakistan in Abu Dhabi, New Zealand were 127 for 3 in 28.3 overs a short while ago. Earlier, Kiwis won the toss and elected to bat first. And finally, the weather report. Mainly cold and dry weather is likely to prevail in most parts of the country during the next 24 hours. However, cold weather is expected in northern areas, Balochistan, and upper parts of the country. And that is the end of the news. For more news and analyses, log on to our website, radio.gov.pk, and also watch live video streaming of our bulletins on the link facebook.com/Radio Pakistan News Official.